Welcome to the GTA Accounting YouTube channel, where we have the latest accounting and tax tips. Watch our videos and feel free to ask questions in the comment section below. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Missed Tax Filing Deadline 2019, Canada. The tax deadline approaches so fast, and while you're busy running your business or getting through with life, you may notice that you haven't completed your income tax return. The deadline is usually very strict, and sometimes the CRA will extend it, especially if it falls on a Sunday. The tax deadline for those employed and the self-employed independent contractors may vary. It's important to know which tax deadline applies to you and start filing early. Have you missed the deadlines before? If you've missed the deadlines in recent years, expect the penalties to go up. For instance, if you have been through life's challenges such as a divorce, job loss, or separation, tax deadlines may have been the least of your worries. Most people end up not filing for many years when they get a job that pays cash. The mounting fees and interest can take the amount you owe in taxes to a whole new level. You can avoid these penalties simply by making it a habit to file your returns every year and on time. There are cases where you can request a waiver of penalty if the interest is really high and even get a payment plan to stay up to date. However, the CRA will mostly consider situations where you are unable to make payments due to factors such as illness, death, a disaster such as fire, flood, and earthquake that affected you, or if the delay is as a result of actions by the CRA such as processing errors. You can also get a waiver if the CRA requested for additional information or due to delays in processing. If your missed deadlines are due deliberately misrepresenting your income, you'll probably not qualify for a waiver. In fact, you may be convicted of tax evasion if you're found to have deliberately been hiding income and not filing your returns. Penalties for filing late. If you file your tax return late as an individual filer, you're subject to the following late filing penalty. 5% of the balance you owe, plus 1% of the balance you owe each month that the return is late, up to a maximum of 12 months. The penalty increases to 10% of the balance owing and 2% of the balance you owe for each month the return is late, up to a maximum of 20 months if you have been late for more than the last 3 years. The deadline for filing depends on whether you are employed, self-employed, or a business owner. Canadian corporations also have late filing penalties. All businesses that have been incorporated in Canada must file an annual T2 return, whether the organization is active or not. If the business is inactive and you want to avoid filing the annual T2 return, you may want to consider dissolving it. As mentioned, the CRA can waive the late filing penalty, as well as any applicable interest if you miss the deadline because of circumstances that are beyond your control. You have to make a request for the relief from penalties and interest by filling the required form.